Osifo the Ghost, Nigeria's taxi driver turned crime king. In the quiet streets of Benin City, there once lived a man everyone trusted. A simple taxi driver by day. But by night, he became something else. They called him Osifo the Ghost. This is a story by Ivy. His real name was Lorani Osifo. Born in 1954, in a small village just outside Aya, Edo State. His father was a cocoa farmer, and his mother sold roasted yam at New Benin Market. He was the first child out of 6. And by all accounts, he was smart but quiet. He dropped out of secondary school in SS2 to help feed the family. At 22, he moved to Benin City and began work as a mechanic apprentice. But he had dreams. By age 30, he had saved enough to buy a used Peugeot 504 and started driving taxi. He wore clean clothes. Didn't drink. Didn't chase women. Always said, "I just want to live small and raise my children in peace." But peace was never in his destiny. One night in 1985, a passenger left a brown envelope in the backseat of his cab. When Osifo opened it, thinking it might be contact info, he found 32,000 Nigerian nairas cash. In today's value, that's millions. But instead of taking it to police, he waited. The man never came back. 3 weeks later, Osifo returned to that same bar where he'd picked the man up. He asked around. Nobody knew the guy. That night, something snapped. If I can be this lucky once, why not make it happen again? At first, he pretended to be a getaway driver for petty thieves. He charged 1,000 Nigerian nairas per trip. No questions asked. No names exchanged. But soon, he started planning the jobs himself. He recruited Yuka, his former mechanic colleague turned weapons supplier. Sonny Bobo, a teenage boy known for squeezing through small windows. And Mema Kike, a woman who posed as a street hawker but passed messages between gang members. By late 1986, they were robbing petrol stations, small banks, beer depots, and even police checkpoints at night. He always wore gloves, never used phones. No one had his picture. That's why they called him Osifo the Ghost. At first, police thought it was random crime. But when a DSS informant was found dead in Sapele, bound, gagged, and shot, everything changed. They began to hear whispers. No be just armed robbers, na one-man day organize all of them. The funny thing, Lorani Osifo still drove taxi during the day. He was still the man who helped old women carry their market load. Still the man who dropped kids at school free of charge. Even some officers took bribes from him. A few even used him to ferry things across town. He was becoming untouchable. Until he made one big mistake. In July 1987, Osifo's gang robbed a businessman's house in GRA. They took money, jewelry, and beat the gateman half to death. But what they didn't know was that the businessman's younger brother was a major in the Nigerian army. Within 48 hours, the house was crawling with military intelligence. SID DSS. Anti-robbery squad. They blocked roads, tapped phones, monitored hotel bookings. One informant tipped them. Check one taxi driver. Always calm, but day worker for night. But Osifo had already disappeared 3 months past. No trace. Until a 13-year-old boy named Taju was picked up for stealing pure water. During questioning, he said, "I day stay sometimes with one ogre for Ugbowo. E get plenty gun inside him car boot." At first, they didn't believe him. But they followed the boy. And that's how they found the safe house. Inside, 8 assault rifles, 4 military uniforms, 270,000 Nigerian nairas cash, and 3 passports with Osifo's face under different names. He was arrested 3 nights later at a roadside suya joint in Usulu, wearing a church t-shirt and eating quietly. At the station, he refused to speak for 2 days. Then, calmly, he said, "I did it. Everything. But I never killed anyone. I only wanted to provide for my family." He confessed to 14 robberies across 3 states. He gave up the names of suppliers, safe houses, and police collaborators. The court was packed during his trial. Osifo's wife sat at the back, holding a baby girl. She cried silently when they read the charges. He was sentenced to death by firing squad. He said nothing. On the morning of his execution, Osifo asked for 2 things. 1. A pen and paper. 2. A Bible. He wrote a short letter to his children. Let them call me a monster. But I was once a good man. I just didn't know when I crossed the line. Never cross that line. Never. He was executed in Ogba Central Prison, 1988. No one claimed his body. Today, older taxi drivers in Benin still tell the story. He was sharp. But pride killed him. He forgot that the devil always comes to collect. Some say he was a Robin Hood. Others say he was just another criminal who fooled the streets. But one thing is clear. Osifo the ghost wasn't just a man. He was a symbol of how fast a man can fall when he chases survival at the cost of his soul. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, drop a comment and subscribe for more African true life stories. See you on my next video.